What episode is this?
3.
3?
Yeah.
This is Super P podcast?
Yeah.
So the other one is over, or?
It's not over, but, you know.
Yeah, whatever you want to show so it's on
He's,
like, you know?
I mean, it's like scheduling.
Yeah.
Like, I work a lot now. And,
I don't know what that water was.
you know, when I'm available, he's not available, so it's like, you know.
I got you. Yeah.
So whenever you're ready, I'll.
Give me one second. No, wait, did I give you a water?
You
Alright.
did, we did, no, it's over there. Thanks.
Oh, can I have it? Thanks.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, don't take the background with you, buddy.
Fucking knock the whole thing down.
All right.
Coming in with a
You
bang.
messing up the
Oh, yeah, you
ambiance.
pass it down? Thank you.
My bad.
Jeez Louise,
got the
these
shit on.
designer dudes, I tell you, they just wreck stuff. Yep. Como vai? Welcome to another episode of the Super P Podcast. It is I, Polo Parata, in my gimmick mask, the Dallas Cowboys. I know we're going home this year, so I'm still repping my Cowboys. GK, how are you doing, buddy?
I'm doing all right.
You doing good?
Yeah.
The family's good? Everybody's good?
Yeah, father's doing well.
Okay. So, as you can see, we have a whole bunch of hats on the table. Some chapus, Grails by Way. And again, we have the group, Grails by Way, here. Fred and Way himself. How you doing?
How's everything? Thanks for having us.
I remember last time I had you guys, we were at the Port
terminal.
Authority. And this is like the first time I got you guys on audio and video. Had you on video first.
Okay.
So, you know, welcome to the audio world of podcasting. You know, everybody's going to hear your voices and, you know, y'all can promote the brand. So, Fred or Way, give us an idea what the brand is.
Right.
You want to give your vision, boy, or you want me to?
Well, I'll give like where it came from, and
Yeah.
I guess you could fill in.
All right, go ahead.
I mean, for me, originally it started. Basically, I always wanted to get into doing clothes and stuff like that, but this just happened to start with. I had a little extra money, and a friend of mine was doing hats already, and he wasn't even like a designer, and he was doing all right, and then he was trying to get me to start up. And I basically was like, let me give it a try. And my favorite hat was always a Team Polo hat. And I was like, mine was shot. So let me see if I could redo it.
Right.
So I threw some money at it. I did it. And it came out pretty good.
Right.
And then from there, I actually met Fred through the process. He actually came to buy a hat. And then he challenged me to do the cycle hat, which was like my second favorite hat. So then I was like, yeah, let me try that one too. And then from there, it just kind of grew, like, organically, you know.
Yeah, because I remember when I first interviewed you guys on the old show, you guys had like 6 hats or 5 hats.
Nah, not even. I don't know. I think we had less.
It was maybe, I mean, they weren't all out. It was like maybe 5 or 4 maybe.
Yeah, this was like, what, a year ago?
Yeah.
Wow, that was a long time ago.
Yeah. So, and now it's grown to where you guys, you have more than 5 hats now. And your hats are pretty high in demand. So how do you guys keep the satisfaction of your customers? I know you got real loyal customers. How do you keep them coming back to, you know, cop your hats?
Well, I'm going to have to be honest. Like, I'm very thankful for the whole process because, you know, it's like a trial and error type thing because you have to also keep in mind that we deal with the adversity that is not legitimate in a Ralph Lauren product. So, you know, how can we challenge that stigma, right? So the way that we did it is like we're going to bring design and quality, right? So a lot of people, as you know, they buy with eyes. So, you know, the whole mission, I guess, for me, and I was always sharing this with Way and throughout the whole process was people are going to see and buy with their eyes. But once they get the product, they're going to feel more pleased of paying the ticket. Because I know for a fact, as soon as they receive the hat and they see the quality of it, they're not going to get 1 minute paying the money. And that's where we kind of like, you know, won. Moving forward, it's been what, a year and a half now? What are we doing?
Something like that.
You know, we've had partnerships that didn't work out, you know. We've had collabos that didn't work out. But at the end of the day, I just want to make this publicly known that none of it phases us because the sauce is you know what I'm saying, is 100%. And you know, no matter what kind of adversity comes our way, you know, you can't take what he has in his brain and you can't take what I have in my brain. You know, you could yip yak all you want, social media trolling, all you want to do, whatever, killers on IG. But at the end of the day, you can't take what he knows and what I know. And thank God it's a winning formula. You know, moving forward, look, a year and a half, I could tell you right now, these ain't even all the hats we're doing.
Right.
We have about, 6 more hats we haven't even shown yet.
6 more for the end of this year, or
No, by next month.
2021.
Yeah, 2021. Yeah, 2021.
Gonna be 6 new different hats. coming
Yeah.
out? Wow.
Hopefully, if the factory comes through.
Yeah, because
I mean,
we've
they're
had.
ready. I mean, we're just doing some corrections and stuff.
Yeah,
like
we're
that.
doing some like revisions and corrections that, like anything that's done the right way, you have to do it through sampling and whatever the case is. If you don't do it that way and you just half-ass a product, then you're gonna have to charge cheap, which is basically what I've seen the industry's been kind of like having lately.
How many samples does it take to get like a cycle hat right?
In the beginning, it took us 3.
Depends.
Right.
I mean,
That's
everything's
a
different. Sometimes you hit it quicker, and then
Yeah.
sometimes you go back and forth with them.
Was it the custom dyeing on the purple or what was
Yes.
it?
Yeah, that was the-
purple.
that
You
was
hit
the
it.
big
It
one.
was the
On that
purple.
one.
Yeah.
It was the purple. To try to match that Pantone was a nightmare.
Now, last time you were here, you said you were going to launch a brand attached to this. I think it was called Observe, right?
Oh no, no.
What is that still a thing or
Yeah,
what?
no. That was originally that was a project that I was we used to be friends. We grew up together. And we always talked about doing a label together. And then I happened to start doing the hat thing, and that label, that name was already just sitting there for years since we were like teenagers. So instead of making up, because I wasn't planning on doing this as a label, I was just doing the one hat. So I was like, instead of making up any old name to throw on a label, or just put my name, I was like, maybe I'll use Observe. Let me holler at them. And I said, maybe this be a way to start that brand. You know what I'm saying? If it does well, and then it would get some exposure for the name. So then, we started, I used the name, and then I brought him in later on. You know what I'm saying? Like, when he came back, he was out of New York at the time. So then I was like, I'll bring you in.
So keep it Grails that way, that's it.
Yeah, so that whole thing is, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there were supposed to be 2 launches, but only one saw the day of light, which is the Easter hat, which technically I have to again correct what's probably been said that is not correct out there. Is Way and I have always worked with patterns, meaning we'll do like a 2-drop launch, right? Like every time we drop a hat, it will be in doubles. I'm sorry. So the launch was supposed to be an Easter hat. After we did the P2 and Polo Ball, we were supposed to do the Easter hat and the Climb 92. And it fell into place because as the old partner, Tsunami Lex, came to play, I said to Way, this is perfect for him to like introduce himself as an artist. You know what I'm saying? So we already kind of like had that, like it was already on alignment for our job, but we kind of like rendered it to him to come out as is. Obviously the Climb 92 never seen the day of light, but it will. And he came out introducing himself as an artist with this hat, but at the end of the day, they all Girls by Way product.
This is like a really competitive field. People may not realize it,
It really is.
but
yeah.
there's a lot of people kind of making polo-inspired hats.
It's crazy. It's like flooded now.
So do you worry about like competition reporting you to like RL counterfeits? So people are mad haters. Like they'll do that.
Yeah, yeah, but they don't know that we have a lot of back-end information on how this copyright infringement works. That's one of the reasons why I started doing it, because I knew that we will have
We don't step over the line.
we don't
as
step
far as,
over the
like,
line. We know exactly where to draw the line.
You know what I mean? Like before, like we'll put ourselves in hot water. You know what I mean?
So you got to cease and desist.
No, never.
We just don't.
No.
We're
Because
just
we know how
careful
to
not
work
to
it.
step over the line. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
There's like up to a certain point that you can, you know what I'm saying, you can go before you get into that
Predicament,
space, yeah.
into that space, because
So
once
we
you got
just
to
don't
cease
do
and
that.
desist,
So how do you feel about like other people's products compared to yours?
I'm gonna give my opinion, then you give yours.
All right.
We all here to eat. Okay? I appreciate that everybody has gotten influence to make product. Okay? I have nothing wrong with that. We all can eat. It's an open market. We all taking Ralph Lauren designs and making it our own. They're not originals. However, that doesn't mean because you're just think that COVID-19 turned you into an artist means that you're just gonna like think that you're gonna design something whatever and dump it out there and expect like to get the homage for it.
Can you specifically say who you're talking about right now?
A couple of guys, like no disrespect to them, I think they're good people. I would say, for instance, Polo Vibes 92.
Okay.
Polo Vibes 92 is a great dude. I think he's a great human being, but his design skills are a little bit off. You know what I'm saying? He's not a real designer to me. I'm not a designer. I don't call myself a designer. He's a designer.
So is that an art problem? Is it?
It's
like,
something about like, for instance, like it's just the hats. He critiques on other people's things, and he does the same thing that everybody else does.
Okay.
What I find like, you know, some in regard to the person you just mentioned, you know, like he definitely has a big mouth and like to talk a lot of smack. And originally, like when he was like trying to like talk trash about like my work or whatever like that, right? But in all the years since '92 or whatever, nobody has been able to come out and recreate any of these hats to the T. You know what I mean? So I've been designing since the '90s. You know what I mean? I paid my dues. I've been around. I've done a lot of work for a lot of people up there, and so I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but I'm definitely proud of what I've accomplished. You know what I mean? So it's like he don't have it. You know what I'm saying? He don't have it, and I don't see anybody else in the space that has the skills to, if they wanted to recreate one of these hats from the beginning. People might be like, "Oh, just copying." Okay, so just copy it. Like, let me see what you could do. You know what I'm saying? What I'm finding is a lot of these people in this space is they're okay with fonts and numbers. Like if it's just colors, fonts, and numbers, yeah, they could do it. But I don't see nobody remaking a crest. I don't see nobody doing any graphics. You know what I'm saying? Redrawing them, redoing them, revectorizing them, or any of that. And I don't see anybody else even tweaking it and making things their own or putting out any of their own ideas. Like there's stuff here that like we've put our own twist on it, or we just started from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Like the Polo Sport, nobody did that hat. You know what I'm saying? Or the stuff I did for Rack Low. Those are brand new. You know what I'm saying? Those are new designs. So it's like,
in reference to this whole thing, I just wrap it up.
Yeah.
His hats are made off a template that I gave him.
Okay.
Right? He wasn't really supposed to run it like that.
Yeah.
I did him a favor. I'm not too happy with that.
Yeah.
But I accept it.
Things
What can
happen.
you
I mean, you can't expect always things to go the right way. We deal with adversity. I don't mean to cut you. We deal with the adversity. Again, we at a point right now, like everything, trial and error, right? So the same way they're learning and they're moving up the ropes, we've already kind of like moving ourselves. So we're not perfect. We make a lot of glitches here and there, but guess what? We're the only guys that actually brought these hats back to life, whether you like it or not. Okay, now did we lit a fire in their behind? All these so-called replicators? Yes, we did. That's why everybody and their mom is doing a hat
When
now.
I came into this space, nobody was doing it anymore.
Okay.
Now all of a sudden, everybody. I mean, he was doing stuff from the beginning of time, throwing logos on everything, trying to make bread. But like, as far as anybody, like I give a lot of respect to Rohi Project,
Without a
like
doubt.
Brooklyn Basements. Like
Without a doubt.
I never even thought about doing hats, but I used to buy their products. I was like, "Oh, this is
We own
fly."
them.
You know what I'm saying? I really like their products to this day. You know what I mean? And I welcome, you know what I'm saying, competition and people coming into the space if they're gonna bring something dope.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But if you're just taking a graphic from anywhere, just slapping on a hat and calling yourself a designer or whatever like that, and not even doing good quality, like when the patches is off and the first time I wear the hat, the patches is coming off. I mean, come on. I mean, it's just not worth it.
Oh, last thing, I was at a funeral and I ran into Brooklyn Basement and he brought up the cycle hat.
Okay.
He asked me if it was good. He trusts my, opinion on it because, and I told him it was spot on.
Yeah.
He didn't believe me. I told him I'd bring you the hat. So I think he needs to like see it in person,
Yeah.
but it really is spot on. I didn't
you.
lie to him.
Thanks.
Yeah.
We put our heart on that one.
Yeah.
So is Chris too. Chris, when I met Chris, he was extremely
QBC.
Yeah, he was extremely stunned on how good we did it.
I mean, personally, like as a former, like as a low head, I would never wear something that was Polo but not Polo. Never. I would never even think about it. You know what I mean? So then, with me redoing the hat originally, I was just like more so like I wanted the hat that bad, and I was like, I'm not gonna get a new one. You know what I'm saying? So I did it. But then coming into it and start to really do this, I wouldn't gonna put anything out that I wouldn't wear myself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like everything I've put out, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying like my word is bond, you know what I'm saying? But for me, for myself, like I stand by my product. Like I would wear it. You know what I'm saying? If somebody else made it, whatever, the quality, the design, I'm cool with it. You know what I'm saying? If it's not there, it's not going out yet. You know what I'm saying? Until it's right.
So it doesn't bother you guys, like you have the people that say, you know, they're fakes, fake hats, and
Nah.
Not at all.
you know, you hear that like, oh,
Yeah.
So I'm not trying to put them off like they're real hats. I'm not trying to say.
I'm not
you know
saying
what I'm
they're original.
Yeah,
Right.
you know what I'm saying.
yeah,
And
Well, you know what we always like tell people is like, dude, you're not gonna ever get one like this brand new. I mean,
I feel bad for the people that keep that in their head because as much as they might want one of these hats like
They
original,
deprive themselves.
if they're not gonna spend a few grand, you know what I'm saying,
At
or you
least.
get the opportunity to
At
come
least.
across one to buy it,
right.
they're depriving themselves of having something that, you know what I'm saying, that they actually probably, if they just got rid of that stigma, they would appreciate the hat.
You know, people could call them fakes, counterfeits.
Mm-hmm.
If people just called it like an artist's interpretation,
Yeah.
which is what it actually is,
Well, they're
Yeah.
how
It
you
would
know, they're
have a
homage
different-
replicas.
you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's just like a name thing, you
Yeah.
know? But that's why I look at it as like an artist's reputation. Like,
Yeah, it's
you know,
basically-
interpretation
That's
of
a
it,
good way to look at it.
could be more interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because GK's done a couple hats here and there, so he understands. He understands the whole process and what goes into it, and people saying it's this and it's that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we talking about years. Like even the Brooklyn Basement stuff, he was around for that stuff too. So
Yeah, it's kind of like it's kind of like part of the road that you kind of like you put yourself into when you're getting to this realm of replicating. You know, like I said again, it's like we started it, and we're at a point where, you know, our design speaks for us. So, yes, there's a lot of guys making hats out there. Do we care? No, really, because every hat that we make means something.
right.
We're not dumping whatever to
Just
the
to make a
community
buck.
just to make a buck.
You know, that's what I'm finding a lot now.
That's-
is like
that's what we've been
people just
seeing.
pumping out hats just to make a dollar. You know what I'm saying? Which is kind of sad because you go from like the whole space. I mean, the whole load thing. I mean, you come from like it's just fly from the beginning. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Dope design, dope quality. You know what I'm saying? People who like rocked it. You know what I'm saying? Did it right. You know what I mean? And the whole origins of it. And nowadays, you just got people that just wearing it. You know what I'm saying? They're not rocking it. Like they just anybody could go and buy the polo and
Yeah.
put it on. But for me, I just see it differently. You know what I'm saying? It's like between somebody who really know how to rock it and somebody who just buys it and puts it on. You know what I'm saying? And calls himself a lowhead. You know.
Big difference.
So-
Designs. You could tell somebody that rocks low really rocks low versus somebody that wears low.
And you find that also with the consumer and the customer. You know what I'm saying? Because you got people who do come back appreciating, you know what I'm saying, really telling, you know, giving us good feedback, and you know they know what's up, you know what I'm saying, and then you got other people that just, you know, this is another hat to them. You know?
Yeah.
It says Polo on it, so whatever.
So what?
So,
Would you be willing to grab a hat and maybe like go through the technical side of it with me?
Which one was the hardest one to make? The cycle hat, I guess. The cycle
Grab
hat
the cycle hat because I want people
Yeah.
to kind
that
of see
cycle
what
hat
goes.
was
You
a
know,
headache, man. Like we
Goes
were,
into
we
it.
were
This is
dreaming
like-
with purple.
this is a feat.
well, with the cycle hat, I mean, you got so many different colors, but then you also have stitching. The stitches are different colors too. You know what I'm saying? Well, actually, it's green. Yeah, you got like green, yellow. You got red stitching. Some of it's invisible on the same like the green on green, but then on others it's contrasting. You know what I'm saying? So you had to get all that right. You know what I'm saying? Measurement wise, you know, had to get the measurements correct. You know, I mean, there's a lot to it. You got a lot of different colors, a lot of, you know, from the stitching to the panels to the sizing. You know.
Okay, take a look. Let me take a look at the inside. I know it has a sweatband. Yeah.
We put the original terry cloth in it.
And last time you were here, you said that the inside of the bill was plastic, right? It's not.
Yeah, we gave it a hard
cardboard.
plastic.
Yeah.
That's great because they don't fall apart.
No,
Yeah.
they were flimsy.
Yeah.
They were cardboard, the original.
Yeah, I
ones.
changed
So
my
they
original. I had
follow.
to change the cardboard out.
I also like what you're doing with like the applique stuff. You know, like you're not just using like embroidery. It's more of like an applique, like die
Yeah.
cut. I like that stuff, like
Yeah.
the rubber.
Thanks.
Like yeah. It's
Yeah,
really
we make
nice.
sure that everything that we put into a hat, that people, the consumers, gonna pay XYZ ticket for it, they get their money's worth. For instance, this hat right here is extremely, the rack low. This
That's
hat right
very
here
technical, yeah.
has all technologies that exist that you could put on a hat.
You got the raised rubber
Embroidery,
patch. You got
everything.
embroidery. You got screen printing.
Yeah,
You also
I
got
really
the
like
felt
this hat.
lettering.
That hat is, to me,
Really like this hat.
it spells low life.
Yeah, I love the cookie. How
Yeah,
that
that-
came out.
You know,
Next
So he actually put some of them out. I think he's just selling the cookies now.
Oh yeah.
yeah,
so-
he made the cookie. I think he's selling them as patches or pendants.
they're dope.
Big ups to Rack Low, man.
Word,
Good
yeah.
people.
Definitely.
Yeah. Big up the rack. So, what is like your you can say what's your like top selling hat?
They all sell.
Yeah,
I mean,
But our biggest seller was the Blue K Swiss.
okay.
Really?
Yeah, that's this one, right?
Cycle? No.
No, the Cycle, I think, okay. Let me
Actually,
correct
that's a
that.
hard one between the cycle and
Cycle
the
and the
blue
Blue
K
K
Swiss.
Swiss.
Yeah, the blue K Swiss like blew me away. Like I was like shocked.
It sold even more than the red one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I
Yeah.
think that the red one was more of an addition. We wanted to put something of our own, but in reality, it didn't sell not even close to the blue. It did sell, you know, obviously, but not as much as blue because the blue was the one that everybody wanted.
The blue practically sold out within a week.
Oh, within a
Less.
week.
I mean, there was a
150?
few here a few here and there that we found later on,
Right.
but like majority of it was gone
Yeah.
within the week.
Wow.
It was such a welcomed hat that I even had like a couple of samples that were not 100%. They were still like the original with
Yeah.
the, you know, with the banner RL67 banner because we twisted that. We made it 3D raised and we didn't put the
Yeah.
white box. So I had one with the white box and some guy wanted it so bad. I'm like, look, dude, I got a sample. You want it?
Where the
Sample?
first sample had the box.
Yeah, with
it
the
didn't
box.
fit. It didn't look right.
It didn't
though,
look right,
'cause
so we
it
eliminated
it came into the creases, so it
Of the
didn't sit
stitch.
right.
And he still wanted it.
He still
Yeah.
bought it. He didn't care. He didn't even care.
Sheesh.
Yeah, I mean, then again, hats. I would say to everybody. I mean, when you're in this business of making a product and for it to sell, it also has to do with timing, right? So, some hats might have not had the best timing. The Red K Swiss was not the best timing because it was end of summer, but we don't put all our eggs in one basket. We're not just hat makers. Because the minute that hat was a little bit like off peak, we already had stadium shorts already being produced, which were phenomenal. We saw,
I should have brought those.
I know, right?
Yeah.
It's all right. It's okay. People know. We saw literally, I would say, close to more than 150 pairs.
And it was crazy with that. That was just like like a side project, just a quick
No,
little thing. Like, yo,
exactly.
should we do it? And,
Yeah,
you know, and I just like, all right, 1, 2, 3. Let's see if people want it. And boom.
What happened was, I'm sorry,
It's
Ulysses.
all right.
We put when we were designing the Dan and Dave T-shirt,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
you could tell they have them on, right? So I said to her, yo, wait, let's just make the shorts. The T-shirt has it. And this was back in like what?
Spring maybe, summer. No, it was
winter?
late summer. It was almost the end of summer. 'cause-
No. When I told you about when we decided to make the shorts was end of summer, but I told you when we make the Dine and Dave, I said, yo, we gotta make
Oh,
those
yeah,
shorts. It
that
was like spring.
Yeah, spring.
Long time ago. And then he was like, you know what? Let's just make them. Why not? Boom. The shorts came. We made about how many orders in the first 2 days?
Oh, it was a lot. It was a
My
lot.
God, literally 150 orders overall because we
Yeah.
did two orders. We did 2 runs. We did 2 pre-orders. And everybody's happy and successfully executed and no problems and they love them. And actually, personally, I think the one that we designed is better than the original and I'm going to say why. I'm not saying that you have to buy ours. All I'm saying is that we added something that the originals don't have, which was a side pocket, a rear pocket, and we made them a little longer by the knee. Like, listen, I understand everybody has this thing. I want it original. I'm not taking nothing that's not
Yeah,
original.
I'm a little bit more of a purist when it comes
Yeah,
to that.
I am a true love of Polo. I love Polo. It's been part of my youth. Everything. I've been there, done it. I've owned the originals, and I'm gonna be frank. It's not because we're doing these replications. If I own it, would just be for memorabilia. I won't wear it because they're too high. They're like booty chokers, right? So you know what I'm saying? Why would you just because something's original want to look like a idiot? I'm sorry.
But they're supposed to be swim trunks, right?
They're track shorts. They're runners trunks.
I thought they were swimming. That's what
No, they're
the one we
running.
made a
They're
board
track.
shorts.
They're track. They're for track. And if you pay attention to the old Olympic dudes, they are short. All track shorts are short. So he made those. and he sold them as, fashion. But the reality is, dude, them things is up there. So we fixed it. We made it longer. We actually gave it a real embroidered P-wing on it.
The originals have netting in them, right?
I believe they do. I believe they do. Yes, they do.
I think they do.
They do. They do have a netting. But no, on these, they're just board shorts. We made them board shorts, and people love them.
Oh, something popped in my head. Not to jump back, whatever, but I forgot to say before. Like one thing, as far as like when we do stuff, like we do it to bring back stuff from the past. You know what I'm saying? To the best of our ability. But once we do it, we don't do it again.
No.
You know what I'm saying? We don't do remakes. We did a remake on the shorts because so many people were like really, really wanting them and they missed out. So we decided to do a run for them. You know what I'm saying? So I took pre-orders and stuff like that and I did that. But that was like the only time we did that. So usually everything we do, like we just do a one-shot deal because we're not trying to flood the market. And, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we're not
in
saturating
it. You know what I'm saying?
it.
We're not in it just to make a buck. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because then that devalues the hat and you pay a lot of money for a hat. And then all of a sudden I come out and sell it to everybody and their mother in 10 different colors.
And then
And there's
it kills the product.
exclusivity and then the price is dead.
For instance, this hat right here. When we launched this hat, the first run, because we had to do 2 runs of this. The first run sold like $225
So
a piece.
I did 50 in the beginning.
50
It was too slow.
to try it
Too
out.
slow.
It was slow. 50. The next batch we did was what, 100?
Yeah.
100. And they also over 200 a piece. Depending, we discriminate depending on who the buyer,
Right.
whatever. Some people get 3, 4. One guy got like 10 of them at one time, remember?
Yeah, that was crazy.
It was crazy. So it's like, what I'm saying is, if you're paying me $200, let's base it at $200, right? You're paying $200 for a hat like this. Don't you think that it's my responsibility as the person that made this product for you to have this hat be worth something long term? So that's the reason why we don't duplicate anything we've done, because we want this. You see this hat? Couple of more years down the line, it'll be worth just like any Rohi hat. Guaranteed. Right now they're still selling almost 300 on eBay. These
are going for 300
Yep.
now. So
right now, our hats
Wait,
are
the
going
one
for
in Japan?
300.
In Japan?
Go to the Japan auction,
Okay.
$500-$600.
So I heard.
RLPCs, $400-$500 on the Japan auctions. So what I'm saying is, if we was to be culture vultures, the way that I can say honestly, a lot of guys are playing the role right now, we could like flood the market because it's just a phone call now. The hat's already done. Our manufacturers already have everything. It's just a matter how many.
Do you deal with anyone out in Japan? Like, do you sell out there? Like, you got buyers
We
out
were
in
for a
Japan?
minute.
We were for a little bit, but then
Do you ever deal with Batfuck by any chance?
no, I never heard of it.
He used to buy so many hats from me.
Really?
And he wanted overnighted to Japan.
Was there a store out there?
He was just a buyer. He's like just into this shit.
Really?
Probably he was doing the auctions over there, probably.
Bat fuck?
Batfuck, yeah.
Yeah.
Good to know, but it doesn't
So if you
sound
come
right.
across Mr.
You don't want to go
Batfuck,
good cause no bad fuck.
then you know what's going on.
Nigga.
And you know what's going on.
Word.
Actually, this alley look like you could get bad fucked real quick at
Oh
night.
gosh. Yeah, so it looks like a hole in the wall, but it actually is a nice place.
Yeah. It is.
So you guys do have some samples up here.
Yeah, those hadn't never been seen till today,
So
except for the denim hat.
so everything in the front is a sample, right?
Yep,
Yeah.
we're working on
First
them.
one.
So everybody that's watching, well, we will be watching the video because we're not live, but the samples are in front, just for the audio because people
Yep.
can't hear it. They're just, Anyway, so when are these samples coming out?
Well, these are samples that we're still doing what we call revisions. So we tweaking a few little things that like
We just
every
sent
hat,
in the other day for revisions a
Yeah.
couple days ago, so it's gonna be a little while.
it's gonna be a little probably like in a month
Yeah.
and a half. Hopefully
So these-
everybody will see
If
these.
they get it
hats.
right, this week, it'll be a month from now.
Mm-hmm.
So are these like the next ones or the stuff before this?
No.
Nah, there was the next one probably the winter hat, and then the other 3 probably coming after that.
Okay.
You know.
And we also have 5 more that we're working on.
Right.
One was already sent out sampling, which we can't. It's a lot. It's a lot of stuff. So it's like, do we care? Do we worry about other people? No, because we know what we're doing.
And,
Fair enough.
And what about on the clothing end? What's coming?
Oh, my God.
What's coming with the clothing?
For one, I want to take the moment
Please.
to apologize to everybody because there was 2 unforeseen delays. The
Yeah.
first one was my contact at the factory left the company and I didn't know that, and I happened to follow up with like a email 2 weeks into it,
Yeah.
and I couldn't get a hold of nobody, and it was like, so that was like
It was a nightmare.
that was a problem. But then they got it straightened out, and I got a new contact there, and everything was rolling again. But then now they supposedly finished small through large, but they were having problems with the larger sizes, and they didn't like how it came out, so they're redoing XL through 3X.
So these are the crests.
Yeah, the
Silk crest,
silk
yeah.
crest.
So that's why it's been a delay. I mean, they should have been here like at least 2 weeks ago. So people kind of upset, and I apologize for it. I mean, it's out of our hands, but they're coming. You know what I'm saying? I don't want nobody to think that,
Yep.
we're trying to get over
Well,
it.
when they come, they gonna be happy.
I mean, people have been waiting since '91 for them, so I mean, like,
Campers.
a couple more
I
weeks.
mean, dude, can you wait just a couple of more weeks for a real silk crest?
Umbrella.
Oh yeah. We'll get into that. So you wanna show the new umbrellas off? That's
Yeah, I'll open one and
I mean,
get the
these
10
people
years of
have not
bad
even,
luck or
like,
whatever.
these things are
Yeah.
not nobody's ever seen.
listen.
like,
He's gonna get the 10 years bad luck.
I
got
know,
enough bad
that
luck.
juju.
You know what I'm saying? I'll let him open.
If you
it.
believe him,
I'll open the second one too. I get 20
There you
years.
go. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Better you than me.
yeah,
Okay, so we got a cover on it.
yeah, sleeve.
It's all sublimated in there. Nice. Digital printing. Yeah. Okay.
When you open it, go this way
Yes, please.
so the camera can catch it.
It's an RL Ghost 2000.
It's a beauty. Very nice.
You can hit the button and it closes again.
No. Oh shit.
There you go. Bring it down, and it's windproof, by the way. That's why everybody get their money's worth.
Look at that.
Yo, I just want to say something because you know what? I don't want to be cocky, but I'm gonna keep it 100. Please, we sold more umbrellas than a lot of our competitors sold hats.
Yeah, we sold pieces of that.
You know, umbrellas are good. I have the P-wing one,
Bro, it's like I
Which one,
said.
the white one or the red?
the red one.
Red one.
It got me through some
Yeah, because it's
rainy
windproof.
day. Literally
and-
some.
Yeah, it's not just a
windy,
cool looking umbrella. It's actually a
crazy.
real good
They're
umbrella.
nice size too, because you could try, throw it in your bag. And
You should make one with a wooden handle.
We were
you
thinking
remember those
about
old
that.
the duck ones with the duck handle? Like it looks like a duck. It's like a wooden.
Oh yeah,
Remember I told you?
Yeah.
like a big golf umbrella. You saying?
Yeah, something like that. They make
Yeah.
compact ones too.
Oh, they do.
Yeah, you can show that one. So
Okay, we got the cover here.
yeah.
Same thing.
The Polo Active, I mean, I guess we had to do it. I mean, that was the only umbrella we didn't get to do. These two ski ones, we done them all. So, the Polo Ski 92 Active.
There you go.
There we go.
So
Nice.
it had to be done. You know what I'm saying?
That's a dope umbrella.
That is.
Well, you guys could battle it out on who was gonna own what. Toss a coin between you and Elise's.
You can have them both.
No,
I got a ton of umbrellas.
press the button.
I forget about that. I'll do it the way I know.
So, what do you think, GK?
I like it.
You like it?
Yeah, love it. Yeah, it's good stuff. If it's if it's well made
Yeah.
and it's up my alley.
Mm.
I mean, you get older, you grow into. I didn't stop at Polo,
Right.
but it always have like a place
Right.
in my life, right? So yeah, I mean, this is great.
Mm-hmm.
Doing a good job.
So,
Thank you, man.
what's okay? So, what's next, guys? Like, what's your next move? I know you're not gonna just do these Polo homage hats
Forever.
forever.
Of course not.
What's the next move for Girls by Way after this wave?
Well, I like the silks. I like the silk stuff. We do have some lined up for that.
Right.
One is another low design. Might be two more low things. But the whole low thing, I mean, personally, I'm kind of bored with it. And also, like, as
Right.
far
Yeah,
as the
it's
Grails,
boring
like, I mean,
already.
we already ran through all the big,
Yeah, 'cause-
there's no more left.
Cause that's what I'm saying. I guess to a certain
it's time
point
to-
where
How much more could you do?
Yeah.
I think as a company you guys mature
Yeah.
and then you just bring out
My own stuff.
your own stuff
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
with your own designs.
Yeah.
And then you just run with that because you have such a rapport with everybody.
Yeah.
They'll give it a chance.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, you could start knocking off Iceberg.
Yeah, nah.
well, Supreme was doing that for a little bit.
I know, right?
No.
So.
Yeah, so I think we might do like the silks, but I would like to I like silks a lot, so I might start with that, like to start doing some.
Yeah,
more stuff,
he's
some
always
silks
been
and
into
stuff.
the silk thing. So
Right, I
think
wanted to
it's
do it
great.
for a long time, and then when we did it, like I was like really, I like the quality and stuff.
Yeah,
so.
because I mean, I just think that this stuff for me, it just has an expiration date.
Oh, without a doubt.
definitely.
You have a
Without a
certain
doubt.
window you can bring this stuff out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it's going to be like, okay, well, what's next for them, or what can they do?
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
I mean, we've proved pretty much that we could replicate anything that Polo makes. There's not an item that Polo makes that I don't think that we cannot duplicate. I honestly tell you that if we want to replicate any piece that's anything, we can do it.
I've already seen the window close once.
Yeah.
You know, so it does happen.
Yeah,
Of course.
No, I
We're
definitely.
very aware of it.
Yeah, I'm aware. I
Very
mean,
aware.
I'm definitely past. I never imagined going this far with it. That's for sure.
Me neither,
And,
but I said, hey.
Before they started retroing everything, they were like the stocks tanking out. They were closing like Polo stores.
Yeah.
And then, you know, they needed their stock to go up for their investors. So I think that's part of the reason that they brought all this stuff back out.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Think they're
But-
making that much off of it that they turn around the company?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at the streets. It's everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they also started doing things that you would have never heard of Polo Ralph Lauren corporate do, was where they start like sourcing out businesses to like smaller partners like Jimmy Jazz, Hyperactive.
Oh, yeah.
You would have never seen that back in the days.
Yeah, all these smaller stores.
I mean, Atrium had it back
You know what
in
I'm
the
saying?
day.
Yeah,
was
Atrium
better
did,
Polo.
They used to have like a lot
Tencent
of. They used to have all high end.
Paragon
Yeah,
had a
yeah.
lot of some Polo stuff back in the
Yeah.
days. But like when I mean like those other stores.
S&D had it too, right?
Yeah, but they had certain pieces. They didn't have everything. They had like that's where I saw the the rayon script jacket,
Yeah, I
the
do.
Polo Sport joint.
Mm-hmm.
They had that in S&Ds. I remember years ago.
Yeah, I remember, oh my God, S&Ds.
Yeah.
Remember? All those stores, so, you know, it's...
When's the Pepsi hat coming out? I know you got a Pepsi hat.
Pepsi, remember I told you when?
Oh,
I've
yeah.
been saying
He
it, but...
wanted it. I wasn't all with it, but
I got a Pepsi hat if you need it. You know, to look. Yeah, I got one, but I want a new one.
We still haven't even done a hat for Pirate here. We was
oh yeah.
I know. I'm waiting, guys.
Yo, you don't understand. Look, it's no disrespect to no one because we have so many people that like literally, and I could say want to work with us. There's a reason why people want to work with us.
Well, yeah, but we gotta fast track this right now.
Yeah.
You know, we're right here.
I know, right?
I'm just gonna drink my-
so I'm gonna lie to you, okay?
Talk to my associate, GK.
Yeah, I'm gonna lie to you, Elises. I'm gonna tell you some BS right now. Yes, we're gonna do it right now.
After the show,
Nah, it's because we've been kind of like, the truth is, guys, we've been kind of like delayed with so much of our own stuff.
Yeah.
Some of
and-
that, and sometimes I get like I don't know. I work a lot, and then
Yeah.
I personally get like bored and just tired of like being behind a computer, and I got to take a break. You know what I'm saying? So I just sometimes I'll just waste time, and I'm not getting nowhere, so I just leave it alone for a few weeks. at a time.
Meanwhile,
It's just like-
I'm like just,
yeah, he get pissed at me.
I'm
because,
just
like,
pissed
things
off,
is-
and I'm drilling him with like a shitload of ideas.
Oh my
I'm
God.
I'm
just
like, yo,
like,
we gotta do
I
this,
don't
we
like
gotta
it.
do this, we gotta do this. And then he comes, I guess he feels bad that I've been bothering him so much.
Yeah.
And then he'll be like, yo, Fred, he'll just dump something on me, and then we go from there.
Yeah,
That's how it is. I don't know. That's how we work.
it works out. It works
It
out.
out. Literally, like I harass this man.
Right.
I harass him. I think I
But it's in a good
bother
way,
him.
though.
Oh, yeah,
He
no,
just-
definitely. I
he just
needed
pushing
that.
you- He just pushing you to.
He's what
Yeah.
I needed because
do
I
better.
definitely was a procrastinator, and I always wanted to do things, and he definitely helps me out. in
Yeah,
that
you know,
aspect.
we
It's a
all
good
need
partnership.
that person to be like, kind of give us that little
Yeah.
Hell
push.
yeah.
You know?
I'll tell you how bad it is. When I don't see he's doing nothing, where do I pop up?
Oh, my house. I come home
I'm
from
like,
work,
yo.
and he's like parked in front of my house, and I'm like, oh fuck.
Can't escape now.
He's
For
literally
real.
coming from his job,
Yeah.
and I'm like just there, like, yo, it's on.
And I'm like shot. I just want to go in and change or something. Go take care of the
Can't
dogs.
escape now.
quick question.
Yeah.
What do you think about this and All Liberty? Like, you know what I'm talking about? Liberty prints, like the floral prints.
No.
You don't know what I'm talking about?
No.
It's a company called Liberty. They make floral prints, every
Okay.
color, so you can match the Pantones on here.
Oh, okay.
You know, I was looking into putting something like that together.
Okay.
If
So
maybe,
like floral prints, like in those tones.
yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Wow, that'd be
And
crazy.
it looks super
different.
crazy.
Yeah,
you
it's
know?
That would look kind of crazy.
Yeah.
The color.
I had thought about trying
Crazy in a
to
good way.
work the
Yeah.
hats differently like that before. I just didn't fully think it through. I was always thinking like it'd be
You
dope
know,
to do something different. You know,
Maybe without the silk screening, you know, it could
Yeah,
be
yeah,
like
just
a blank.
plain
I
stuff.
think it would look really nice.
Oh, with the silk screen. And,
Oh yeah, maybe with either way. But I was thinking about going to Liberty studio
Yeah.
sometime soon. So when I get out there, I'll text you and let you know what I find.
Oh, that'd be cool.
All right,
definitely.
We actually, however, not to spill beans, but we have 4 hats that are gonna have something very interesting on them. Very plain, but they're gonna have something really cool as far as the brand.
Okay. Yeah.
4 of them. They were based out of an original hat. Because I want to also kind of give a little bit of Q&A to people. We only replicate hats that were part of our youth, meaning done by Ralph Lauren.
Right.
We will not replicate a hat that another replicator has made.
Yeah, that's for sure.
For sure.
I'm like,
So,
I'm kind of shocked.
going back to what I was saying. Yeah. Going back to what I was saying. So this particular hat is one of those hats that were dime a dozen back in the early 91, 92 era. But now, these hats are a rarity. And real low heads know the hat. Not that many people know it. As far as Grail status. Very simple hat, but we did a twist to it. And that's the one we're going to bring out 4 of them. And I'm happy for those hats.
Why don't you just tell us what the hat is?
I don't know, you dropped him in.
I mean, listen, you don't gotta be
Okay.
telling everything. You know what I'm saying?
I gotta ask.
Look, we already gave you 4 that
You know
we're
what I'm
doing.
saying? Don't spill all the tea.
Yeah.
All right?
We'll hold that.
And I will say this openly. Dude, there's a need for a good snow beach hat. Rohi did it great.
There is, yeah.
There's a need for a good snow
Right.
beach hat. Rohi did it. Rohi did it good, but we want to make our own. So that's coming.
Get your popcorn ready.
I just haven't been able to finalize. I got a bunch
Finalize.
of
We got
different
so
versions.
many.
I got a bunch of different versions, and I'm just like this one, that one, this one,
Yeah,
that one.
we going out. We literally just dabbing with where it goes, where it goes, like that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We want to make it into a real long bill, nothing flimsy like the Ralph Lauren one, because obviously that hat is flimsy. The black edition and the original, them hats.
I got a black one, and the bill is off by
It's-
like
it's
2 inches
tilted,
on
and
one
it's tilted.
side.
It's slanted like this.
It's horrible.
Yeah.
It's like they had that made like in the worst conditions.
Yeah,
man.
like that black line one they had, the all black one.
Yeah, that's what.
And it's a
Snow
cardboard
Beach
They
Patch
had
brand.
all kind of mistakes when they came out with new stuff. Like,
It's like-
what's that wildlife sweater? That knit sweater they came out with. I forget what the.
What, the big logo on it?
Yeah, there was all misspelled stuff on it. I forget what it
I
said.
didn't even read it.
My friend had gotten one. And
They
I forget what it
misspelled
said.
it.
Yeah, instead of saying sport, it's like it's misspelled sportsman or something.
Wow.
It's something crazy. I forget what it says, but it's
Jeez
totally off.
Louise.
Misspelled the thing.
Mr. Ralph Lauren.
It's not up to him anymore. He's not part of creative. I believe that, and we know personally that his design team, no disrespect to anybody's age, but they're full of millennials that just go by what they're seeing on a mirror, like on photos. They're not really, in order for you to, I guess, and I think this is why we've had success and a lot of hate from haters, because you know it's the kind of thing that, man, I thought, why they ain't do it? I thought about it. Like, yo, dude, it's the fastest man gets it. It's an open market for design. It's because you kind of like have to live that era and have lived that era to know the intricacy of design. I'm not a designer, and I can say it openly. I'm not a designer, but I was there. I own the pieces that we've done. So I know by eye what goes what. Because I was not only somebody that put on a polo shirt or a polo hat. I rock low. My stuff was like head to toe. And I don't consider myself a lowlife. I was actually throughout the era of the lowlife, but we didn't know the guys. I was in Bushwick. We didn't know the guys in, East Flatbush or whatever, Crown Heights and that whole area, East New York. But, it was that time where anybody that was a teenager during that era, like late 80s to early 90s, it was a part of everybody that was wearing polo. It was the chosen brand of the youth. And it was actually pitched to us through hip-hop, media, Grand Puva, Brand Nubians, Ziggy was a big influence back when they started doing that, when they did that video, Reckoning the Dough. With our brother Prance.
Big Montang.
Yeah, exactly.
That's his new thing now.
So it's like, all those things were part of our youth. So, we know low. So this is why it's different today, because the majority of the people in the design team are not from that era.
So, do you feel like the culture is being raped right now?
A little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, because they're being fed a lot of stuff that should have not been done. And again, not to disrespect anybody that's doing anything, because I believe that a person's hard work should be compensated. But what I'm saying is, when it comes to design, I'm just gonna give you my opinion. When it comes to design, there's certain hats and there's certain items that should not be made if they've already been done by another replicator.
I agree with that. I don't like when they cross lines, you know, like they'll take two pre-existing lines and like put them together.
Yeah.
You know, I really don't like that. But, you know, like I said, it's not my intellectual property.
No, at the end of the day, it's not ours. You know, so that's why we can't hate on it. But that's you asked me my opinion, right?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I'm giving you my opinion. It's no hate. It's a personal opinion. I don't know how he feels. I don't know how Pirate feel or how you feel. How I feel is, personally, if something's already been nicely done, right, by a replicator or by Ralph Lauren that is not a Grail, why you have to do it over? I mean, I feel like that's already like gouging and kind of like, how can you say, it's like vulturing move just to make a money.
McDonald's.
Yeah, because it's like, dude, it's like, look at any of these hats, right? All these hats that we've done that are based off originals have been Grail status hats, all from the 90 to the 95-ish era, okay? Not even 95, I would say 90 to 92, 93 era, okay? And the ones that we did influenced or our own has been because, you know, we wanted to bring something different to the table or what's out there now, you know. I could be open and say like this, because I speak black and white. This hat was to make money. Why am I gonna sugarcoat what we do? This is a money maker hat. You know why? Because this hat never existed. This is a Grails by way rendition of what was out right now.
Because Polo Sport came back with the old school Polo
They
Sport
came out
logo.
with all that stuff, so I
They
said,
have
you know
nothing to
what?
go
Let's
with
make
it.
them a hat.
Take a look at it.
So we figured let's make something go with it.
Putting 3M across the top is so tricky because,
It is.
you know, it cracks
Of
if you get the
course.
wrong one, right?
Yeah,
know
especially
that,
putting the stitch pattern on it.
Yeah. It's
wasn't
very,
aware
very, very dangerous.
Yeah, we put it here too with the X cross. You see the attention to detail, like,
Yeah, it's beautiful. Did a great job.
and we did the 3D rays. Always do something innovative. 3D rays polo on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A+.
Thank you.
Thanks, man. So it's like, you know, so when we do something, you know what I'm saying? Like, we have to put a lot of things in perspective. Okay, are we just gonna do a hat to dump it at the community and take their money? Or are we gonna do a hat that people long term are actually gonna appreciate and it'll be worth something long term? And that is actually what we've not been seeing by our competitors. I'm sorry to say. I mean, dude, I could have done not these type of hats. I could have done 1,000 hats with stupidity on them that just looked low and charge people XYZ and here just flood the whole market and depreciate everything that's out there. You know, that's not why we're doing this.
I find for me, it just, not to keep harping on, but to me, it's disappointing. You know what I'm saying? Just to see like what's going on. You know what I mean? It's, you know, instead of trying to take it further or elevate it,
Yeah.
or you know what I'm saying, like, you know, come up with something dope. I just see it like it's just throwing at you to make a buck. You know what I'm saying? Like, I
Well,
don't know.
not to mention the people that collect this stuff, they're like pretty much like fashion nerds.
Yeah.
You know, so everybody's really catty,
Yeah,
you know, and everybody hates on each other. That's just part of how it goes.
yeah.
You know?
Good way to put it,
What are you gonna do?
It is what it is. You know what I mean? Like, again, I give personal opinions because I have a way that I see things. I see things from more of like, I would say a little bit more of an experience with the background of low, and also because I do business. So I see things, I say, more differently than a lot of other cats that are just out there just doing whatever.
What's your degree? I know you went to college.
Well, I do have, believe it or not, I have a investment license.
Okay.
Yeah, so I have my Series 663. I just haven't done continuing education because I do all the stuff. Yeah, but I'm a
Right.
financial advisor, man.
Gotcha.
You know?
Makes sense.
Get you on them stocks, buddy.
Well, he's the stock guy, but he loses a lot.
I make money, but then I keep
But then he
pressing it and
loses
then I
twice.
fuck it up.
I haven't been losing. I've been gaining, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That day you made money.
I made quite a bit, but I always end up screwing it up somehow. But
What was
the
it?
one I was watching for a while that I didn't have any money to invest, and I always got in at the wrong time. But I was watching it when it was $20-something.
Yeah.
Was mRNA, Moderna.
Oh
Was
yeah.
the big one with that. And
Okay.
now it's up to like 170.
Okay, so let me tell you.
Nice.
I just bought them when I bought it. It was at $80.
Okay.
So now it's at what, like one? Last time I checked, it was at
60 or 70.
160, 170.
Yeah.
So I definitely made money off of that. And that was something. Once they said something about the virus and they was creating this vaccine, I was buying off top.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
I got Pfizer too. You know what I'm saying?
All
Off the
pharmaceuticals.
top, and then I have every symbol because I did the research that are coming out with a vaccine, and I invest in them too.
That's smart. Yeah.
I'm saying because I tell people all the time, you can make so much money if you do the research.
Yeah, definitely.
And sit down and actually get the research and the symbols and stuff like that.
But how many
Money
different
management
companies? Because I know a lot of them lost.
I got about. Well, if you deal with the companies that are actually creating the the vaccine, it's like about 6 of them. Like Johnson & Johnson has one, but they're all in certain stages.
Yeah.
Moderna and Pfizer are going to market first. Pfizer's already on market,
I've heard.
so their stock is going to shoot up. And Moderna, it's been going up steadily. I think it's going to go up even more. Like it's at like you said, 160, 170. It's going to go up even more when people
I
start.
think it hit like 190 at one point or something like that. I wish I bought it because I play options, so it's like there's expiration dates on that. So that's where I wish I had just bought the stock early on because, like I said, it was like $20-something. I had just caught it when it went from like below 10 to 20-something when I started like dabbling with it.
Nah, once I saw it and they was talking about it, I'm running up against $80. I said, nah, I'm in. I'm in there. Next thing I know, look, 120. Woo!
Yo, this is a man that I remember one day I was actually doing some personal work and I was out. I got screwed over in Long Island, man. My whole tire blew out. I had a lock in my rim and my key broke.
Yeah.
Couldn't get the lock out. What a mess. I spent close to like $500 that day to get my car towed out, take it to a tire shop, get the lock out, put the spare on, head back home. All of a sudden I see $200 on my cash app. I'm like, yo, I don't know anybody. This nigga sent me $200. How much you won that day?
I don't know, a couple thousand.
Yeah. He was like, yo, Fred, I won here. Boom.
Well, I got it.
And even with stocks, like, you can get a big day.
I guess he felt bad. I was
I've
having
had
such a
some-
hard day. He
And
said,
I
like, here's
mean,
200. Shut the
A
fuck
couple
up.
years ago, but then I messed it up in the end.
Right.
But a couple years ago, I went from what I start with. I started with like 3,000, and I worked all the way to like 37,000.
Yeah.
Wow.
But then, I when they were gonna split, 7 ways.
Right.
And I was like, I really played a hard. If I had hit, forget I would have been a millionaire. But unfortunately, I played the wrong expiration date and I played it too short. And
But these
screwed it
stocks,
up.
you got to know when to, like they say, know when to hold them and know when to fold.
Know when to
Money
quit.
management, that's the
Yeah,
big thing. That's
you
what
gotta
I'm trying to
know
work on. It's like,
when you make a certain amount, you get to that point, you pull out.
Yeah.
But then you keep enough in there to if it goes up again, you can just
Jump
build up
back
your
in.
little funds
Yeah, and you
stuff.
keep him, you don't really lose as much. You actually don't lose. You stay even.
Yeah.
Because that's been his problem.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll be like, yo, wait, just stop. Stop.
It's a lot. That's like with a gambling too. You
To
know,
me,
I've
it's-
seen
to me, it's
people.
thinking
It
about
is a
gambling.
gamble.
It is gambling.
It is gambling.
You have a little bit of an edge
It
because
is
you
gambling.
know you
Just
can
pay
do the
taxes
research
on
and
it.
there's
Yeah.
information out there.
I love it, bro.
Yeah,
No.
me too. I'd rather do that I want to do that for a living personally.
You know?
You know.
There was some good weeks, but then there was some bad weeks.
Oh yeah, there was. It's like you're not gonna make it on an hourly wage. I mean,
Nah,
that's
nah,
the kind of
nah,
money
nah.
like you know what I'm saying.
You got to diversify whatever you do because living check to check, it's not sustainable.
Nah.
Yeah, especially nowadays.
No.
This type of economy is not for the normal individual. You have to at this point, I guess everything's at stake. Even like corporate America, high end top tier employees, they're all like on threads.
Yeah.
They could get laid off. They could actually what they're actually doing, believe it or not. Big companies are actually already kind of like buying people out.
Right.
It's either they buy you out or you get certain amount of time to kind of like leave on your
Oh,
own.
severance packages and
Yeah.
stuff like that. Yeah.
Because they can't sustain.
Right.
Companies are all going bankrupt.
What did I read yesterday? The top, the world's top billionaires or whatever like that. Everybody's losing money, but they made $4 trillion throughout this whole COVID thing.
Yeah,
Their
I've
wealth
heard.
grew $4 trillion, and everybody else can't even.
Well,
eat.
see, I think right now you gotta have that hustler's mentality. If you not,
without a doubt.
if you're not
Yeah.
a hustler and one door closes, you open up the other door. People with multiple jobs are surviving and stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you just gotta have that mentality. Like, listen, I'm not gonna make it doing this, so I'm gonna do this. And then whenever one is good, then I'm running with that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Some people
You got to have that girth. That's one
Yeah.
thing that I would say openly here. And what I've been telling you since we met. Yo, bro, we can't be just one egg basket type cats.
Eggs in there.
You know, I said we gotta
Spread it out.
spread it out. So, you know, yes, the hat thing is cool, but there's gotta be other stuff that's, you know what I'm saying, that would be cool. So when I say, and I don't mean it to be arrogant, when I say we sold more umbrellas than some of our competitors sell hats, I'm being honest. When we first brought out the first batch of umbrellas, we sold 12 overnight without even showing them out there to anybody. Overnight.
Yeah.
The first order we ever made of umbrellas was like 75 umbrellas, and we sold them like in like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And they were selling at 120, 115 a pop. Make the math.
I'm surprised they didn't make you like do this by the gross. You know?
No, because
I know they bought like a high minimum for something.
No, well,
like
we
this,
have,
right?
thanks to this guy right here,
I found a company that's
We
pretty
found
good
one
with the
that's
minimum.
worked
Yeah,
with us.
They worked with us.
Nice.
Yeah.
that's the most important
Yeah, lucky.
thing. To find that right manufacturing and not put all your eggs in one basket.
We heard a rumor. I don't know if it's true, but it said supposedly that Polo actually seen those, and they were like, they saw that we were doing.
They were interested
umbrellas.
to
They were
know
interested-
who was the people
yeah,
behind them.
That's what we had heard.
Yeah, that means they're on their way to making these.
Mm.
Pretty much, they never hit people up and like they just take your idea.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
You know?
Well, I see now they took because we took
Because
the
you're taking their idea. It's
Yeah.
their idea to begin
Well,
with.
we put the Indian
It's the whole
head,
thing, yeah.
the knit Indian head. We put that on the T-shirt.
Yeah.
I saw they put it on a hoodie.
You could
Something like
custom
that.
it on your hoodie,
Custom
like
it on a
custom
hoodie.
it on a hoodie.
Right,
But
right.
only in store, you not online or nothing. You go into
I
the
was kind of
store.
surprised by that. I was
When
like, oh,
Prince
shit.
was open, you go to Prince and you could have your hoodie done for like $170, I think it is.
Yeah, they're watching.
It's crazy.
Not the regular Chief Aztec, the RL knit Chief, the one we did with the umbrella and the t-shirt. So.
Right. It was like the ring spun
Yeah.
shirt. Yeah.
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 I'll tell you another thing that I know Ralph Lauren was eyeing us, and I could say is, you see the RLPC hats? You see that hat right there?
Yeah.
The one that's red.
The tennis?
No, the RLPC, the red brim one.
Reflective.
With the yellow front,
Yes,
the
sir.
yellow front panel. Okay, we made that hat the summer of 19. No, summer 18. When was it?
Last summer? Not this last summer.
this summer. The
before.
summer before.
19.
The winter of the next year after, they brought out 3 additions to this hat. So that means they must have seen our design. This is not an original colorway of Ralph Lauren. We made that last minute before we sent the original one to get produced. This was our own rendition right here. Our own.
I mean, typically they design it way in advance,
Yeah.
like a year in advance.
Yeah, there's a fiscal timing.
Yeah.
Like,
Right. So like,
Might just be a chance or
Must
something.
have
yeah, it
been
might be
just-
chance, you know. But,
Maybe.
you know,
yeah,
that's how it goes.
The Indian head though bugged me out. Though. I think that's a little.
that was a
I
little
don't think
weird.
that was a chance though. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, I mean, if they should like hit the people up at least, and
Yeah.
like send them a free T-shirt or something.
Yeah.
Like, come on, lift shit,
Send me a
get it
few grand.
together.
Like
Well,
a T-shirt.
I know that for sure. Corporate seen one of our P-Wings umbrellas, without a doubt.
They've seen everything.
No, but I mean like
They've seen
physically.
everything.
I know a person that brought it up there to them. So.
Yeah, because they're on Instagram and they
Yeah.
have their feelers and,
Yeah, definitely.
people who they connect with that are in the culture.
Yeah, there's a lot
You
of
know.
people that they do a lot of business with on the outside world that
Yeah, I know a few.
do a lot of consulting and
Yeah.
et cetera. You know what I'm saying?
And we know a couple of those consultants.
Exactly.
Yeah, definitely.
You know?
So I guess moving forward is a thing is like, there is a plateau. We knew it. I mean, it's not something that we like surprised, but
Right.
moving forward, we have a lot of stuff that we still working with that needs to come out.
Mm-hmm.
All in due time, because like the same way that other people start to do things, we have to get better. We have to get better at our own stuff. We're not in competition with no one, man. I'm telling you, like, if people think that we're in competition with other people, that they're out of their mind. Because I feel, and it's not to brag, we're on a different level, man. It's like, once you're done, look, and it's not to brag, once you're done a silk crest in Exact Essence, what else is there to talk about, bro? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, dude, I mean, you here fighting about hats, we're here doing silks. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you might as well just brag.
I mean, I guess. I guess.
Nah, but he's not.
But
Fred-
not, I don't want to. I don't
Fred is
want to
not
be.
like that. Fred
I don't
is
want to
not-
be not humble about it.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just being honest.
Not my nature.
Don't be like
That-
him. He's a jerk.
Yeah, he's
not my
at least
nature.
it's
He's a
one-
jerk.
At least it's one
I am a
You know
drama.
what I'm saying? He's a jerk. He
Hey,
like
but
that
listen,
stuff.
listen. Again, it's not. It's not bad bragging. It's just it is what it is,
Right.
man.
I guess everything in moderation, huh?
I mean, I'm not here, like I said, it's not a hate, it's just evident proof. I'm like, yo, dude, why all these guys here are fighting on selling a little dinky hat here and there? It's like, we already beat them with umbrellas. If it comes to, competition, we beat them with umbrellas. We did a silk crest. We got another silk shirt coming out. Like, yo, why is there? Yeah.
Well, okay, guys, we gotta wrap this up. We have reached our hour limit. We probably went over. I don't know. This is
A little bit.
a little bit, but anyway.
It was dope, man.
Thanks for having me.
So let's start with Way. If you want people to contact you and where they can contact you or where they can contact Grails by Way.
They could contact me at IG at Grails by Way, GrailsByWae, or they could also get me on my personal page, Ways World, WAESWORLD, Ways World.
Right.
Very simple, FredMatty06. That's my hashtag IG handle. And that's pretty much it, man. Like, we keep stuff organic. Again, I just say one thing. When you don't hear from us is when you gotta fear us, because when you're not seeing us, don't think we're sitting down home procrastinating here. We're watching and we're gonna make sure that, our product is A+.
Poppin'.
GK.
I still don't want to be found.
Oh Jesus.
But
This is the third. This is the third episode he said this.
Good.
if you do find me, my phone number is on my bio on my Instagram.
He's important, yo. This dude.
Just give me a call if you need to.
I love this. I love it. Yo, dude. I love you.
Okay, hold on.
I love this. This
Okay,
is
let
fucking
me-
dope.
Okay, let me. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so let me close this show. I'm dying right now. But shout out to Robert Montgomery, Shinju Japanese whiskey. I don't drink like that, but I'm waiting for my Milo. That's Brazilian wine.
No doubt.
But yeah,
I love that bottle, by the way. I was actually looking at it.
and actually, shout out to my boy Emilio. He did the artwork for the new
Wow, that looks dope.
podcast sign.
Nice.
And he's actually doing a bottle with a samurai on the Shinju whiskey, so it's all connected.
Oh, nice.
So,
so,
where's this? What is this, whiskey?
Yeah, Japanese whiskey.
Yes.
Japan?
All right.
From Japan?
Yeah.
It looks dope.
We're gonna do an episode. We did an episode with Robert on the old show, and we're gonna do a new one. And we're probably gonna have we're gonna be drinking. We're gonna get drunk on the show.
Man, I wish you would have done that today, man, because,
Well, this is the show bottle.
All right, cool.
That one never gets opened.
All right.
But thank you guys for coming.
No doubt.
Thank you guys for showing all the different styles. And it was a great conversation. Hopefully we can do it again.
doubt.
You guys are always producing products, so I don't see why
Yeah.
not you guys can come.
Actually,
Appreciate it.
not to cut your wisdom, like my boy Pran says, these are only 4. We have 5 more. We
Right.
haven't even and we have other stuff that we've been working on. We just been haven't had the actual product in hand
Right.
to. So next show, whatever, we'll come by with other stuff. I mean, we
Right.
got so much stuff. In
Exactly,
here.
that's what I'm saying. It's like a continuation.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
thank you guys for coming. Thank you guys for watching Unboxing 23. That was the latest unboxing one I did. 24 is on the way.
No doubt.
I'm actually wearing one of the Steep Tech sweaters. That
Yeah,
came-
like that.
North Face,
So-
North Face is they always killing it.
So we'll be back in about a couple of weeks. GK, you think?
Yeah,
With
2 or 3
another
weeks,
guest.
yeah.
We're gonna chill out and do what we do. Thank you guys for tuning in. This is the Super P Podcast. Ciao.
I like that. That's dope. It zips all the way down, or is it pullover?
Oh yeah, it's crazy.
That shit has
It's a
levels.
full
You know
zip.
what I'm saying?
Oh, nice. That's the reason I didn't like the old
That's
one.
dope.
That shit is crazy. Here's your list.